Hey everybody, welcome to the garden. I hope you're having a great day. Shout out to the lemon and lime lovers and everybody in between. It's time for a stock highlight video. And remember, if you're interested in any of the services I provide, please check out the links in the description below for both the Patreon and Discord. And if you would like for me to make an exclusive video for you for any stock, crypto, or commodity, make sure to join the Discord and type out the name of the asset and its ticker in the stock crypto highlight room. Okay, so today I got recommended THR, which is Therman Group Holdings. So we're going to take a look at this stock as well. Like always, we'll start from the monthly, weekly, and then the daily. So starting off from the monthly, it's pretty interesting. We actually have a good amount of information here. So since 2011, it had a pretty nice rise all throughout 2011, going all the way until pretty much, I would say, 2014, then started going into a fairly, large change of character, okay, because we did take out these lows, grabbed the liquidity there, had a nice pop, made a new higher, lower high from the all-time high, and then had a really strong drop, taking out these lows down here, and now we're having a bounce, but this bounce is very, very interesting because we just bounced, and then for a good long while, for just about the entire year of 2021, we had this bullish consolidation, and we're finally starting to break out from that bullish consolidation, this bull flag structure. We're breaking out, and I'm curious to see how far we'll go. Now, we have a couple of ways we can kind of measure out where Therman Group can go on the monthly, and then we'll go down to the weekly and see if we see any more correlation. So, firstly, on the monthly, let's just start kind of putting out some trend lines here. So, let's actually put out on the monthly here. We'll go from the all-time high right here at 2906 to this high pivot right here. Okay, connecting these highs. So we have this descending trend line. So this is going to be a very important trend line as we come out into the future, because once this trend line is taken out, well, then it's, I would say, a very powerful confirmation, a validation that we're likely going into a new bullish cycle for THR. Okay, so this is looking very interesting. Now, what else can we see? I mean, clearly we've had these lows here, this double bottom structure that played out, and so far has held right here, okay? And we're now fighting at this minor resistance here. So I'm going to call this a minor resistance because it's very likely we actually do break out from these pivot lows here, 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 and just about here. Okay, so it's very likely because of this bullish consolidation here that we do break further up. And here's one of the first places where I can actually see it slow down and potentially retrace all the way back, potentially back all the way down to 16 and change, or if it does break up higher, back towards $20.50. So this fair value gap right here is where we're starting to trade right on into, okay? But looking at this bullish consolidation that we went through, this here, okay, it's very likely that we do come up towards the top side of this fair value gap, potentially filling it completely, where it's sitting at about $23.60. We should see price get up to there over the coming month or 2 months or so, and then potentially a pullback. Now, the pullback, depending on how it looks, will be either a bullish retracement back towards this pivot high level here, so just around the zone of $20.50, or it's going to be a new lower high from this large drop and then continue lower and then eventually take out the lows here, grabbing liquidity here, and then eventually the lows here, and continuing a much larger macro downtrend. Now, I'm going to tell you why I don't think that's what's happening here. Okay, so I don't see this becoming a much larger move to the downside. I actually think we're eventually going to break these highs because of how we've come down here, taken out the liquidity here, and took out the liquidity here, and now we're potentially building out a new bullish structure on the monthly. We can use this ascending trend line right here as our measuring stick. So essentially, we're going to keep this trend line on the monthly as our measuring stick. As long as this ascending trend line here holds, then we're likely going to be breaking this descending trend line, breaking past these highs and going to new all-time highs, okay? But use this ascending trend line as the key. If you do start losing this, then you're likely not only just going to break down towards these support levels here at $20.50, $16.50, but you'll probably actually start breaking farther down as the years go by under these lows and make new all-time lows, okay? So that's it for the monthly from what I'm seeing, but this looks very, very interesting. I think this can be a pretty big mover over the coming months to a year or so. Let's go down to the weekly, see if there's anything else I'm seeing here. So weekly, like just fighting at that monthly level. Currently the weekly is showing signs that we are likely going to see a some sort of retracement soon. Look how many positive weeks we've had consecutively. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. Okay, so we can still go higher, of course. There's no limit on how bullish you can be for how long, but the probabilities do start to increase of a pullback or some sort of consolidation the longer you have been going in one direction. It's just like a runner. If you've run 2, 3 miles and without any rest, well, you're going to get tired. And at some point, you're going to need to take a break, drink some water, stretch out again, and then continue on your way. Okay, so we're likely getting towards that point, but overall the structure is bullish on the weekly, so we can't have any bearish buys. I do like how this looks, especially if it can close above on the weekly $20.55. So closing above this zone and really implying a continuation move towards the top side of this fair value gap that's from the monthly level. So this is very, very attractive to me, and we actually have a weekly bearish fair value gap right here that you want to also keep your eye on right there. It's a bit smaller and it's getting closer and closer to that descending trend line from the monthly level. So there's a lot of implications just from the bullish structure here and taking the grabbing of liquidity under these levels. Now we're likely going to see further upside on THR. Very, very nice. And now let's actually get towards the daily, because again, I'm not seeing that much more information on the weekly. I mean, we did have this trend line right here, but it's already been broken, and I think I don't think it's actually that relevant since it's just coinciding with a lot of the monthly levels already on the chart. So let's go to the daily. So daily, look at how extended this is, right? So very, very extended. We can actually draw. Let's actually draw this daily rising trend line as well. So this can be like a quicker indicator that we're going to be coming back down towards the actually, right. Nah, we'll actually do it by the wick. Yeah. A quicker indicator that we're going to be coming back down towards the monthly rising trend line. Okay. So we'll make this blue. So it's very clear it's the daily trend line. So if this comes back, okay, if price comes back, as this looks, keen to do very soon, if this comes back and comes back towards this ascending trend line, if this ascending trend line breaks, that is a very early indicator, a very early implication that we're probably going to come down not only to 1652, but towards this ascending trend line, which meant, remember, this is the monthly uptrend line, okay? So use this daily trend line as potentially giving you a quick signal that you're going to be coming down towards these two lower levels shortly. Now, looking at the daily, look what we've done. So we've taken out a lot of liquidity on the daily. So look at the levels we've taken out. We took out this high pivot right here. So we're trading above this high wick. We're trading above this consolidation, and we're trading above this high here. So we've already had a massive change of character from back here where we're consolidating, broke down, made new lower lows, made another lower low, and then had consecutive lower highs. And we finally had a burst up, made a new higher high from this lower high, and then we made a new higher low from this low, and then now we've made officially another higher high. So ideally, we're going to be seeing a pullback and then another higher low to continue higher. Now, where will we pull back on the daily? Let's take a look here. What can we see? Well, actually, I'm seeing a bunch of stuff. So we have a bunch of fair value gaps here to where we could potentially see a pullback. So that's a bullish FVG right there. So we'll make that green. So that's on the daily. Anything else? We have one right here. So right below price at the moment. Okay. So you have this right here. It's very unlikely this would hold. It's more likely that we would come down further and potentially come all the way down here to grab the liquidity that's pulled under this level here. We have a much larger fair value gap right here. And we also have, do we have any others? Let's see. I'm not seeing too many more. Nope, that's about it. But we do want to mark this level here on the daily because this level is going to have have some liquidity under this this wick under here, under this consolidation right here. Okay, so we'll actually go right here just to grab more information. Yeah, so watch out for about $17 to $17, right? So we'll actually do like a little box right here. So from 1720 ish, yeah, 1720 ish to $17. Watch for this level to also play a potential role if we get price to come on down, get filling out these FEGs, and then tagging this level, tagging this level, and grabbing liquidity under this level and potentially holding this zone, which has a lot of confluence, right? I mean, you're seeing, depending on how quickly or slowly it drops, you have confluence here with the monthly and monthly horizontal level, and then the daily ascending level, and then you also have this, this minor swing low area right here where there's probably some liquidity residing, and then the ascending trend line there. So there's a lot of confluence letting us know that it's very likely we'll have a higher low from these lows. But again, use this daily trend line here as an early signal that if we do lose it, we're likely going to make a move back down to this red ascending trend line on the monthly, which will also most likely lead to a new low being made. But that doesn't mean the actual trend to the upside has ended. It just means we're probably going to go into a consolidation. Okay, so I'm really liking how this looks. This, I have to have a fairly bullish bias to this, but we are approaching some levels where we are due for a pullback. You see how extended we are. This is extremely extended, very vertical. So it's going to be very probable as we fight at this major resistance level here, or if we do start breaking past it to come towards the monthly and weekly fair value gaps higher, that we will see a pullback of some sort, and a rest period. So don't just hop on in because I'm making this video and I'm telling you it's bullish, because I do think it's bullish, but we have to keep in mind that we are likely going to have a pullback either here or a bit higher. And if we don't close above this doji here, right, so that black doji candle right here, if we don't close above it, that could lead to a topping structure, a short-term topping structure. So like you're seeing here, this is a doji right here, okay, and then you had some bearish candles. Yeah, you had some lower buying down here, had a nice little gap down, then you had a nice little candle up. Then you just continue to make more dojis and really low volatility trading until boom, you finally had the floor get taken out and you broke lower. So don't be surprised if you start seeing something like that in this area here, because we're at resistance and you've had a massive rise, uh, you know, consecutively over these weeks. Okay. All right, everyone, that is it for THR. Make sure to give me a like and subscribe if you like the content. Make sure to join the Discord. It's a free Discord. Especially right now, we are still in the free trial for the swing trade service. So if you do join the Discord, you'll be able to get some free trades for both stocks and cryptos. If you do like the service and you've been participating in the free trial, well, after November ends, we're going to be going back behind the paywall. And it's only $15 a month. And we've only had one loser in stocks and one loser in crypto the entire year. We're cheaper than Netflix now, guys, and we actually give you money. So definitely take a look at the service. It's been extremely successful this year, and I think it's priced like more than fair. All right, and also if you have any questions about anything I've done in this video here, or you have questions about just trading in general, or just anything really, make sure you're on the Discord, because it's the easiest way to get in contact with me. And yeah, and thanks for watching the video, guys. And remember, be patient, be vigilant, and be nimble. I love you guys. Take care.